Hi, in this tutorial I would like to show you how to work with fetch, pull and push. I download the SymPy repository. I'll go into it. Notice the name of the branch is on the prompt. I'd like to simulate the situation when my local repository is a little bit older. So what I'm going to do, I'll do git log to see the commits, and I do git log pretty one line. It gives me the list of commits, each commit on one line. And then let's take this patch and let's simulate that I have my repository at this state before updating npmath and everything else here. So I just copy part of the hash and do git reset hard and then the hash. So now if I do git log, you can see that my very first commit is a little bit older. So let's list all my remotes. It's origin. Let's create a new branch. Let's call it documentation. Let's say doc. Let's fix something. Let's say I'll fix some document docstring. So I'll go to SymPy, some files, summation, what is concrete, it's my usual file. In these videos, summation, I'll find the sum method which is not documented. So let's write the docstring returns the sum of all arguments. Let's see the difference. Let's commit it. Ask the doc string to some function, and now let's say I would like to publish this branch to the GitHub, my GitHub repository. So first of all I have to add my remote GitHub. So let's do git remote add, let's call it GitHub, and then let's put there the correct address, which is, in my case, is this. And now let's say I would like to download this remote just to see what's inside, you know, to have some idea which branches I have in there and so on. So I do git fetch GitHub and wait a little bit. So it's now connecting to GitHub. It's downloading all the changes. Yeah, so you can see I have about 25-30 branches in there. So let's create a new branch. Let's call it doc, for example. So you do git push, and then I always suggest use dry run first. Then I write GitHub, which is the place where I would like to push it to, and then my local branch. In this case, it's doc. If I hit enter, it tells me what it is going to do. So it says it will create a new branch, and it will take local doc branch and it will copy it to the remote doc branch. Let's say I would like to copy it to different remote. Let's say my remote branch, I would like to call it, for example, doc-test. So I'll just write doc-test in there, and then let's hit enter. So you can see the remote branch now will be called doc-test. One more thing, when I work with Git, I usually just do -d, because you can type any abbreviation of the actual option and it will still work. So because it's easier to type. So all I have to do is just delete -d and it will push my branch in there. As you can see, my branch is in there at GitHub, and then anyone can now pull it. Alright, let's go to master, and let's say I'd like to update my master. So because I started from or by pulling our official repository, you can see that I have it already downloaded, and Git is clever enough to tell me your branch is behind origin master by 19 commits. But let's say I did not have such a recent repository. So what you do git fetch origin. It does nothing in this case because everything is already fetched, but if my local repository was a little bit older, it would fetch all the recent commits. If you do git branch -r, you can see here they are, origin master. That's the branch that I'm interested in. Let's say you would like to, just see what kind of patches are in there, just to see if you would like to merge it. So you do git log and then origin, let's type it origin master, and it prints you all the patches in the origin master. So, and let's say you like it, so you do git merge origin master, and it's going to merge the remote branch origin master to my local branch master, and that's it. So it merged all the patches, and now my branch is the same as origin master. So there's another utility, gitk, which I've quite frequently used. If I start it, it gives me a nice list of patches and also branches. You can see that I have, it says all my older branches on GitHub and so on, and tags as well, so it's easy to navigate. Let's say I would like to see my branch, my documentation branch, so I do -all, and now you can see it shows my documentation branch, and you can see it's not really, it's based off the point in the history, when I started to branch it off master back then. But now I updated my master, and you can see I would like to base this patch on top of the master so that it's easy to review, and also so that the history is linear, which is easier for debugging. So I'll do that by going to my documentation branch and then do git rebase master, and because it's a simple patch, it just does all the work. Now if I do git k, it shows that my doc commit, my last commit, is indeed rebased on top of master. Now, however, let's say I would like to update my branch at GitHub, because my local branch doc changed, it got rebased on top of master. So I do git push -d, like dry run, git push GitHub, and enter. So it if I do not specify the branch, it automatically updates the master, or all the branches which it knows how to update. But I'll tell it I like to specifically update my doc branch. So if you remember, we kind of renamed the remote branch, so let's call it doc test, as we used to. So it says it cannot fast forward, which means I rebased my local branch doc, so the remote branch cannot be easily just fast forwarded, which means to take my local patches in the doc branch and put it on top of the remote branch. There is easy way to fix it. You just do -f, which tells Git to basically rewrite the remote branch. So by doing this, I will lose my remote doc test branch, and instead it will be updated from my doc branch. So it's called a forced update. So I'll like it, and so I delete -d and execute it. And here we go. So that's about it. Thanks for listening.